He's an absolute, as you listen along to this tonight, later here on YouTube, on the JB Clark YouTube channel. When you listen back later, live, when we put it out on preview, you're going to hear an absolute classic. We played earlier today between Aston Villa, Tottenham, and it turned out to be an absolute classic, as you're about to hear now in full 90 minutes coming right up, plus a couple of minutes at half time and stuff. But let's get to the atmosphere and the vigour of around about 10-2 this afternoon, when the tension at Villa Park was at fever pitch, when the teams were in the tunnel. Welcome to Villa Park for this afternoon kick-off. Well, it's 10-2 in the afternoon here on a Sunday, a very cold and windy Sunday afternoon. No doubt disadvantaged by Storm Dennis, which has taken hold over the whole country, especially the Midlands this weekend. Well, one thing is for certain, I think it's going to be an absolute thrilling minute. Jack Grealish in the tunnel there leading out his troops. Hugo Lloris, of course, is the captain of Tottenham, back after injury now. And a long injury layoff. You may have heard on the game live when he got that nasty, horrible injury against Brighton in a game that we covered live here. Pepe Reina, former Liverpool goalkeeper, of course, back in English football, and become a firm fans' favourite since regular goalkeeper Tom Heaton got injured at Burnley. So the teams come out to a rapturous applause, certainly from most of the Villa fans. There's quite a number of about 3,000 Tottenham fans who have made their way up here to Birmingham this afternoon for this game. The old 10 completely packed, both tiers of it. We're set up high above in the Doug Alley stand with a great view of the pitch. Two great names of English football, Aston Villa and Tottenham. Aston Villa, of course, the founder members of the Football League back in 1888. In the League Cup final in 2 weeks' time, which you can hear live here on the JB Claret YouTube channel. And what a game that promises to be against Manchester City. We'll be focusing on their match against Real Madrid in the week in the Champions League. Details to come sooner rather than later. Anyway, let's have a look at the two lineups. Let's start today with Aston Villa, with Dean Smith, the man in charge, and Pepe Reina covering for Tom Heaton in goal, who's out with a long-term injury, of course, Tom. But Pepe's a good keeper. Then it's Konza Engels who comes into the side, and Courtney House. No Tyrone Wings, incidentally. Gilbert, Douglas Luiz, Danny Drinkwater, the former Claret, former Burnley player, and Matt Taggart in a midfield quartet. And up front, we've got Anwar El Ghazi and Banwa Samatta, the Gambian international, and Jack Grealish, the captain. On the bench, we've got Nyland, El Mohammadi, Taylor, Marbus Nakamba, Conor Hourihane, Trezeguet, and Baston. Now let's have a look at Tottenham very quickly with their captain and goalkeeper, of course, Hugo Lloris in goal for them. Today, Spurs going with a back four today with Aurier, Alderweireld, Sanchez, and Ben Davies at left back. Then two holding midfielders in Harry Winks and Eric Dyer, both Englishmen, of course, looking for a way into that Euro 2020 squad. Then Lucas Moura, Dele Alli, and Stephen Bergwijn further forward in the midfield. And up front, Heung-min Son, the man of the moment, stepping into Harry Kane's boots. On the bench, Gazaniga, Tayenga, Vertonghen, Oliver Skip, and Dembele, Fernandes, and number 18, Lo Celso, who's having a terrific season since joining Spurs. Well, Jose Mourinho knows, and there's John Terry, the assistant manager of Aston Villa. John Terry won the majority of his winners' medals with under the tutorship, and there's Pepe Reina. What an afternoon for him. 289th appearance today. has kept 134 Premier League clean sheets. This is his 289th game today. Well, a couple more names to mention. There's Dele Alli, 1 goal in his previous 10 games. Could do with a goal here this afternoon. Industrious player who could make the squad. The referee today, Martin Atkinson from West Yorkshire, and the VAR referee, Jonathan Moss, also from West Yorkshire. The Spurs in white get us underway, attacking the O10 to our left, and here's Davinson Sanchez. A long ball forward up towards the edge of the D, where it's headed away there by Konza. Then the battle won by Douglas Luiz in the midfield. Villa Park absolutely buzzing. Last time we were here, it finished 0-0 between Villa and West Ham, and really was a decent encounter, though interrupted by technical faults. Hopefully we won't get anything as bad as this today. As the ball up forward, and now Sonny's on the chase. He's up against the defender there, which was Engels, and what came House to get that one away. And Sonny's prostrate on the ground. We've played 40 seconds of the first half, and Spurs have got an injury already right at the start. Took on Engels, and Konza in fact came back there. Feisty tackle, but it was a fair tackle. Got the ball in left foot, and then his momentum took it into Son Heung-min. Throwing him to Tottenham, and Sonny's, as we speak, receiving treatment here with a minute gone of the first half here on the JB Clark YouTube channel. The game delayed. Aston Villa and Tottenham in action. Premier League, we saw a very dire 0-0 draw on Friday night. And then we had issues with equipment. We've got it back for Villa Park today. And of course, Storm Dennis has stopped us doing the game live, but we've got the facilities just about to do it delayed. Jose Mourinho, Portugal, of course. And Son Heung-min makes his way off the field. The physio there just checking. It's a cracking atmosphere here at Villa Park. It always is. I want to believe now that nearly 40 years ago, 38 years since they've won the European Cup, Villa. 39 years you have to go back to since they last won the league. 1980-81. They had a great team under the guidance of Ron Saunders, Jimmy Rimmer, Kev McNaught, Dennis Mortimer, Tony Morley on the wings, Gary Shaw and Peter Wiv up front. Alan Evans, of course, McNaught's defensive partner. They had a super team then. And in fact, that season, Villa only used 14 players. I think they've used a bit more than 14 this season. In fact, I think Dean Smith's probably brought about 14 players into the squad over the last few months, adding to the squad that obviously won the playoffs last season. This is Serge Aurier now on the far side, taking on the defender there, which was Matt Target. Ball given away though by Villa. And Dele Alli takes possession, but he loses it there. Konza stood on his feet well and made himself a big frame here. And there's a chance now for the number 20 here for Villa. Samata plays the ball in there. There's a little bit of an off the ball incident on the far side there, and the referee having to come across here involved the Villa skipper Jack Grealish and Serge Aurier as Samata got forward, and in fact Aurier, well, he looked as if he pushed Grealish to the floor there. The referee obviously didn't see it. I'm surprised the linesman didn't see it either. He's tugged him over. I've seen 3 kicks given for less than that. Dean Smith is furious. It is an off the ball incident, and it is, I think, a free kick to Aston Villa with 3.5 minutes gone here at Villa Park, and it's a good 30 yards out to the left of the centre. Oh God, he fancies this one with the right foot as the Villa fans now crank up the volume here inside Villa Park. Will it be Target or El Ghazi? Target left, El Ghazi right foot. Well, let's see. Martin Atkinson making sure that the wall is back the correct distance of 10 yards with that famous vanishing spray. We're attacking the north end in the first half where all the executive boxes are. El Ghazi with a 3 kick that just goes over the top of the bar and behind for a goal kick to Tottenham. 4.5 minutes gone. Free kick really not coming too much into the north stand, and hitting those two rows of executive boxes in between the tiers of the stand that's been up now for over 40 years away to my right. Coming up to 5 minutes now of the first half, and El Ghazi with the first real opportunity, albeit a half chance from a free kick to Aston Villa. We've got another free kick, and Martin Atkinson stopping the quickly taken. The free kick being quickly taken. I think Villa wanted to get on with it quickly, but referee Atkinson has stopped it, so Lucas Moura could receive maybe possibly a bit of treatment. He's hurt his hand in the collisions. Drinkwater was involved. I think it was for a high foot on Danny Drinkwater. He got the decision, I think, Mr. Atkinson. Oh dear me, that was a bad ball by House, but he got away with it. And another foul there, and over on the far side, Urier involved again, and Martin Atkinson has got to get a grip on this. Villa players, he's been surrounded by Villa players. Who's gone down this time? I think it might be Mac Togan who's gone down. And Mourinho's men are losing upon there a little bit. Happened right in front of the Trinity World stand over on the far side. What is the referee going to do here? 6 minutes gone, and only a talking to, which has not gone down well with the Villa fans, I can tell you. In fact, it was Grealish, and I tell you what, that's a yellow card offence. No attempt to play the ball. The ball had gone. He's coming from the side. If you're coming from either the side or behind the man, then that's surely got to be an instant yellow card. And I think Martin Atkinson was very lenient there on Sergio Aurier, probably due to the fact that the game's only 6 minutes old. That's probably what saved Sergio Aurier there. And here's Reina now. Number 24, Gilbert, trying to knock the ball away. Well, it's been a lively first 6 or 7 minutes here at Villa Park. The outskirts, well, just inside Birmingham, just off Spaghetti Junction on the M6. I'll tell you what, it was absolute hell getting there. Anyway, back to the game. Danny Drinkwater with the free kick. 7 minutes gone here at Villa Park. Villa 0, Tottenham 0. Tottenham's free kick, taken short to Eric Dyer on inside the centre circle, almost on halfway. Well read there by Drinkwater, but he's lost possession. And here comes Lucas Moura through the centre for Spurs. And here's a chance now for Bergwijn on the near side to get the ball in. A long time since I've commentated on either of these two sides. Tottenham, of course, with 5th place potentially up for grabs due to City's disqualification from UEFA Club football for the next 2 years after this season, subject to an appeal, of course, by through an independent body, CAS. It's the Court of Arbitration, the Sports Court of Arbitration, of course. In 5th place may well become a Champions League spot. The Spurs will be going for that. Villa needing the points for other reasons to stay in the Premier League. And across there by El Ghazi, and an own goal by Alderweireld, and Villa get the start. They badly want to with 8 minutes gone. It's a crossing from the right by El Ghazi, and Alderweireld, under pressure from the defender, sticks it into the back of the Tottenham net. Well, sometimes when you're at the bottom and you're fighting for your life, you need a bit of luck, and what's more, Villa probably have hurt that luck. There's the cross, right-footed into the area, and Alderweireld under pressure from Samata. Samata was right on him. I tell you what, I think there's a little deflection of the cross that makes it even more awkward for the defender. I think he could have done much more about it, to be honest with you. Because if he hadn't got it, Samata would have done, and Villa would have been in front in any case. It's 9 minutes gone. It's Stinsbury's side who go in the lead. Tell you what, if they play like that at Wembley in 2 weeks' time, Manchester City will be in for a rude awakening. So Villa in the lead. 9.5 minutes gone. And here goes Jack Grealish, finds Samata, who's got El Ghazi there. And here's Grealish on the far side. Grealish is taking on all comers. Grealish in the area. Grealish shoots! And wide at the left-hand post. And he claims the corner, Jack Grealish. I tell you what, he's Mr. Aston Villa, this kid. He's really come of age. 24 years old. There's the shot. Did it deflect off Eric Dyer? Grealish what he did. Yes, I think he has a case there. I think you have to agree with Grealish there. Goal kick given. And VAR, of course, can't overturn little decisions like that. At the other end, we got Son, and a great tackle there by Engels. Terrific challenge. And Villa right up for the fight here this afternoon. In a game they really do have to win. A defeat would be catastrophic. And of course, the three teams below Villa in the table, namely the three teams below them in the table. As another shot comes in from Jack Grealish again, just over the top. Good football again, got it onto that right foot, cut inside on the left-hand side and smashed a great shot just wide of the right-hand post. And Villa have got their tails up. Remember, Villa 4th from bottom. And of course, West Ham, Watford and Norwich over their shoulders. Point behind Watford, point behind Bournemouth as well. Tell you what, this is a great excuse me, this is a fantastic game of football. Drinkwater knocking it back. Conza hit it high in the air and the ball out of play for a throw. Well, even my voice has stopped. But it's Villa in the lead, 1-0. And a long ball forward by Gilbert, headed away by Davinson Sanchez. Ali in there to win the next ball on the halfway line. And Villa really playing with all their might. Fighting for everything. Points so precious now at the bottom of the table. And here's a chance now. This is Samata trying to turn. Still Samata on the ball, edge of the area. And the ball switched beautifully now to Grealish. On the left-hand side by Douglas Luiz. The ball played in there and there was El Ghazi in the penalty area. Couldn't get it out of his feet and then Spurs hook it away. Spurs under a lot of pressure. It's Villa taking the game to them now. Drinkwater now playing it out to the far side. Target now on the ball back inside to Drinkwater. The game being played on the far side of the field towards the Trinity Road stand. And it's Jack Grealish, the man, Mr. Villa. Through and through, another foul there by Uriah. That's 3 now, I think he's had. And yet Martin Atkinson hasn't booked him. El Ghazi now to Target. Target with a cross, turned away. And a corner kick off the defender, which was Alderweireld. And it will be a corner for Villa. My word, Villa Park is buzzing now. Grealish to take it from the far side. Shops of Villa. Around this famous old ground. Grealish right-footed into the penalty area towards the near post where Samata was waiting. Back in there towards the far side. He found Grealish there. Drinkwater's pass, long pass. Now Drinkwater back to Grealish. Drinkwater, who didn't really have the best of times in his 6 months at Burnley. Well, we did an incident in a Manchester nightclub which didn't please Sean Dyche too much. Looking to rebuild his career at Villa Park. A career, of course, that has a Premier League title. And that's given away. And now a chance now for Lucas Moura to take them on. Lucas Moura inside the penalty area. Dwelled on it far too long. And an eye with a shot hit the defender. hit a Villa defender. It may have been Konza from point blank range. Maybe Ali with his side of his right foot tried to be too cute with that. Tried to dink it with his right foot, with the side of his right foot, when maybe the blaster was probably the better option. Still 1-0. This is Harry Winks now for Spurs. And the ball played in behind. Ali trying to get in there, but some good defending again. Defending there by the Villa defence, and it's back with Pepe Reina. 15 gone at Villa Park. Aston Villa 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Toby Alderweireld with an own goal. And listen to the Villa fans in the background. It's just unbelievable stuff. Good ball round the corner, and Gilbert's got it behind. He's got Serrata waiting in the middle. Cross comes in, but it's taken from the right-hand side by Hugo Lloris inside his own penalty area. Or 6-yard area, I should say. And Spurs, for the moment anyway, quell any worries or dangers at the moment. Ben Davies now on the ball. Back to Davinson Sanchez. Sanchez infield. Harry Winks takes possession. And here's Lucas Moura returning. Still 10 yards inside his own half. And he speeds away from one Villa player, which was Drinkwater. And then Drinkwater pursued him midway inside the area, brought him down. Did look a Spurs free kick. Martin Atkinson said no straight away. Dyer in possession though. Finds Harry Winks. Back to Eric Dyer again. Spurs is probably to feel a little aggrieved there. That was a good run though by Lucas Moura. Spurs still have possession with Dele Alli. Serge Aurier. Back to Eric Dyer. Still inside the Villa half, but Spurs up until now not making any penetration. But wait a minute, there's Lucas Moura's shot, right-footed, just past the left-hand post and behind for a goal kick. A little warning sign here that Spurs aren't in it. They're not going to back away from Villa lightly here. They're going to give it a good go. They're going to give Villa a game here today. I don't think there's much doubt about that. Villa leading 1-0 with nearly 17 minutes of the first half played. A terrific 17 minutes in contrast to what we saw at Molineux just up the road the other night. Here's Dele Alli running in space, still going, and what a good tackle again. Villa are right up for this now. One ball forward, but he's in the no man's land over on the far side, and Alderweireld can keep that in play. Probably get it back to Hugo Lloris. Now he goes to Davinson Sanchez instead. It goes across the box. 17 minutes played. Aston Villa 1 up. And it's Alderweireld again. Looking for Aurier on the right hand side. And then Dyer hits a long ball up down the right hand channel, which is well swept up by Target, who gets it back to Pepe Reina. Kicked by Reina, finds Drinkwater, although he was under a lot of pressure there from his old England colleague Dele Alli. And Villa just having a little bit of a wobbly spell here. They've managed to coolly play themselves out of danger. They were trying to play out from the back, and Spurs were converged. There was several white shirts converging on them, but man on it every time. And here's Grealish now down the right hand side. He's got two in the middle, and Douglas Luiz boxed by Tonga by Alderweireld. He may have been Ben Davies actually, but Douglas Luiz knows he had a chance to make it two, and he didn't take it. But look at Jack Grealish again. He's having a match and a half. Grealish runs into the area, cuts in from the left. It was a marvellous ball, and all you've got to do, Douglas Luiz, I think, had a lot more time than he felt, and then I think he had. And Ben Davies, if he hadn't have been there, Villa were 2-0 ahead. And he knows it, Dean Smith. Villa, for that enterprising move, only got a corner when it deserves so much more. Target with a corner from the near side. Villa attacking the north stand in the first half to our right. In it goes, the corner inside the area, and Spurs can't get away and goes. The shot comes in from Samata. They claim handball, but the referee, I don't think, was going to give it anyway. If there had been an handball, it would have been extremely harsh because the ball was hit at point blank range. Here's Grealish now edge of the area. Target, there's a Spurs player gone down. Referee is well within his rights not to stop it, because I don't think it's a head injury. Oh, he stops for head injuries. And here's a chance now for Aurier, getting his head up, and there's Dele Alli with a header at the far post. The ball goes out of play behind for a goal kick. It's head-to-end stuff here. It's almost like an FA Cup tie, this. being played at breakneck speed. Good cross, and Dele Alli was fouled, but lacked a sizable direction. I tell you what, in the conditions such as this, with Storm Dennis, this is actually quite a good match. Thoroughly enjoyable. It's been an enjoyable affair for 20 minutes. We've got an injury there. I can't tell you who it is. It might be actually Alderweireld, I think. Let's have a look at it again. It was a bit of a crowd scene there. Dyer was in there. And the shot, well, I don't know who that hit. That's on a postcard. I think it might have been Alderweireld. Anyway, Douglas Luiz in possession for a moment. He's gifted it away. That's a lot of Jack Grealish. I mean, Jack Grealish is a lot of things, but he's superhuman. He's certainly not. He's a human being. You can't expect him to keep everything in. But he's having a super game down that left-hand side for Aston Villa. Lead by a goal to nil with 20 minutes and a half, 20-0 and a half minutes of the first half. Has Son almost got on the end of a good through ball. May have been debatable whether he was offside or not. Certainly if he had put the ball in the back of the net, VAR would have been in operation. John Moss is our man at Stockley Park, just 150 or so miles away in London this afternoon. Here's Samata again into the penalty area. Grealish gets it out to Target on the left hand side, back inside to Drinkwater, back out to the left hand side where it's Matt Target, challenged there by Lucas Moura, who feels aggrieved that it should have been a Spurs throw. And it was Alderweireld, I was right. Alderweireld back with us, so Spurs back to their full complement of 11, and it's 11 against 11, but it's Villa leading by a goal by Vertonghen. Oh, sorry, by Alderweireld, I should say. Vertonghen's on the bench. Here's Howes, and again a ball chipped forward, and look at the run again. El Ghazi this time, bursting down the right hand side, and a good cross, and headed over there from 6 yards by Samata. Probably a bit more of a hard chance because it was towards the right hand corner of the 6 yard line, but even so, a good opportunity there for Villa, and a good move in fact down the right hand channel. He was also policed by two Tottenham defenders. Davies and Sanchez in fact making life a little bit more tougher for Samata than it first was seen by the naked eye. Halfway through the first half here at Villa Park, which is going to be the setting for England's final warm-up game before the European Championships. England of course building up to the Euro 2020, which takes place of course in June and July. Taking place all over Europe at this time, apart from no lost country, just all over Europe. Although England will be playing all their home matches in the group stages of that tournament at Wembley. Scotland, should they get there, probably will be playing all theirs at Hampden Park. There's Dean Smith, the Aston Villa, well, they say head coach, but he's a manager. I don't like the term head coach. You just call me old-fashioned, call me an old git if you want, but call me an old fart if you want, but I think the right term is manager. Anyway, here come Villa with the industrious Jack Grealish, but he loses possession, but it's been kept alive. El Ghazi now, just took a heavy touch there and allowed Ben Davies to get back there and stop him. Here's Grealish again. This man is full of energy, and here's Grealish inside the area, and the cross turned back towards Samata was turned away by Alderweireld, and our Spurs on the rack. Villa and England need to make one of these chances count. Target gets the ball. Grealish was onside as the ball was played, and Alderweireld, apart from the own goals, actually had a decent game. And Alderweireld and Dyer having a right go at one or two of the Tottenham players. It's that corner comes into the penalty area. Another Villa corner, this time off Ben Davies. Excuse me. Que sera, sera, being sung by the Villa fans. They're off to Wembley in just under a fortnight's time. Here's Jack Grealish into the penalty area and behind for a goal kick. Yes, Villa regular visitors to Wembley over the last 10 years or so. they've lost more than they've won at Wembley, in fact. Reached the League Cup final in 2010. And of course reached the semi-finals of the FA Cup, as we just see that Alderweireld goal, stabbed in with his left foot. Well, Luis could have helped his defender there a little bit. Your ball. Yeah, so going back to Villa at Wembley, yeah, so they reached Wembley twice in 2010, lost both times. The FA Cup semi-final and a League Cup semi as Luis kicked long up the field. Then they reached the playoffs 2 years ago. Got lost in the final to Fulham, who were very overzealous with the tackling, I have to tell you. Came back 12 months later this year and won the playoffs again. And here they are this season, back at Wembley. Well, I make it the 5th time. Oh, the 2015, in fact it's the 6th time. Forgot to mention they made an FA, in fact it's the 7th time, because they reached two Wembley appearances in the 2015 FA Cup run, which they got to the final before being beaten quite sadly by Arsenal. Excuse me. 26 almost gone in minutes, that is, and Villa 1, Tottenham 0. This is Dele Alli in towards Bergeron, and there's a chance now for, oh, what a good tackle, what a fantastic tackle that was from Matt Targett. He did absolutely everything spot on as Uriel came charging in on the far side and did magnificently. It's a great tackle, marvellous tackle that. And here comes the corner from the far side. In it goes again. And the ball breaks through Adamir, and it's Salieri's equalised! Right foot slams it into the net. And Villa are made to pay by Tommy Alderweireld, who in scoring that goal wipes out the own goal he scored. And they are running the match. And Villa's lead is wiped out as well. The corner from the right-hand side. Definitely onside. The ball ricocheted around. It came to Alderweireld, who just slammed it to the right of the penalty, right of the penalty 6-yard area with a fantastic swipe. And Pepe Reina is, even in his advancing years at 37, a great goalkeeper, great reputation, and no chance. He just rifled it into the roof of the net. A centre back with a finish that even the great Harry Kane would have been proud of himself. It's a great goal. And 3,000 Spurs fans are in cock-a-hoop, and it's his first goal since May 2017, would you believe? Well, he brings Spurs level, and the game is very much in the melting pot now as Villa come forward again with Konza. And the ball back to Pepe Reina. 26 minutes and 36 seconds. The goal timed out. And Villa really, when they were one up and on complete control of the first of the dominant territory circles, they really had chances there to kill Tottenham off before Spurs got the equaliser. So, in a lot of respects, they really the Masters of their own downfall. Anyway, here come, there's a player down for Spurs injured. Grealish is on the chase against Alderweireld, who puts it out of play for a throw-in on the far side. It's Eric Dyer who's gone down there. 28 minutes played. It was Ellis playing the ball in. I think the ball hit Eric Dyer, and I think it might have winded him in the chest. It might have hit him in the chest and sort of winded him a little bit. Martin Atkinson just making sure that he's okay to continue. He's a tough character, Eric Dyer, England international. Several caps, of course, for England. And a tremendous player of great, shall we say, reputation. One thing's for certain, it's going to be the last sort of 60 minutes now, plus of the game. It's going to be terrific. I think you'll find as the game goes later on, I think, folks, the game may well become a little bit more stretched. Half an hour almost gone. Played 29 and a half minutes. Villa 1, Spurs 1. This is Conza now for Villa in the claret and blue, of course. Spurs all in the white strip. And here's Douglas Luiz. A good brutally run. He's past two. Then he tries the shot. It's charged down. It was a right-footed try. It would have been from all 25 yards. It would have took a lot to maybe beat Hugo Lloris anyway. But tell you what, both teams are very ambitious, that's for sure. Grealish chips the 1-1 with a corner for Target to chase. And Alderweireld knocks it out for a throw. And he'll feel a lot better about life now he's equalised. We've had half an hour. Spurs 1, Villa 1 at Villa Park, of course. Target with a throw in for Villa. Back to Grealish, back to Target again. Far side. Grealish again. And then. And apologies if you can hear colourful language. I do apologise. But here come Villa again, losing possession. Just turning into trouble a wee bit. Now then, here's Gilbert, the left back inside to Konza. Konza finding the defender Engels. Douglas Luiz, nice turn away from Dele Alli on halfway. Said see you later to him. And he finds a lovely ball to Matt Target, who crosses in from the left-hand side and turned away at the near left-hand post by Davinson Sanchez for a corner kick for Aston Villa, who have had plenty of corners already in this first period. It's a good cross there. And back to, yeah, it was him, in fact, who turned it behind. Anyway, it's a corner. And you know who, Mr. Grealish, he's going to take it for Villa on the far side. Engels, Konza all in there as that corner comes in. The ball is loose. Can Villa nab it home? And Lloris has somehow flipped it away and clawed it away with his right on his own goal line. Well, the three centre-backs there, House, Engels and Konza, really causing all sorts of problems and all sorts of chaos in that Tottenham back line, and Lloris had to be very decisive, and he just about was. So a corner on the other side. It's the second corner in succession of this passage of play. 32 gone. Here's Target with the corner. This time from the near side, the right hand side, and the ball over the top. And another corner, I think it's going to be for Villa. Third in succession. Again, on this time on the far side. Lloris got another glove on that and turned it over for a corner. It may have been Davinson Sanchez. Anyway, it's a corner. 1-1 is the score. Villa on top. Grealish to take it. Luiz is standing on the edge of the D as well. Grealish with the right foot curls it in. Lloris with a very half-hearted punch, but it found Son Heung-min, fortunately for the Frenchman. And Bergwijn trying to get in there, and Bergwijn might just get on the end of this. Bergwijn now towards the edge of the penalty area. Here he is now, and it's Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura into the penalty area. Good block again. And the ball back to Pepe Reina. No back pass. House tried to clear it away, and he cleared it back into the goalkeeper's hands. There's no inkling or any problems there with that. Bergwijn, in fact, wears 23 and Moura 27. And now Douglas Luiz in possession. Villa, who really could do with a win. Remember, they're sitting 1 point above the bottom three places. They're on 25 points. Then West Ham and Watford have 24 apiece, with Norwich stuck on 18 points. And they have 7 points now. They lost. They were very unlucky, in fact, I thought, against Liverpool to lose that game by 1-0. He certainly had a real good go at Carrow Road yesterday. Burnley, my beloved Burnley, winning at Southampton. And a nice moment for Matty Vidra to score the winning goal. Later on, Arsenal against Newcastle. Then tomorrow night it's Chelsea, Manchester United. What a game that promises to be. And it's Champions League. Then another round of Premier and Europa League, and then it's another round of a full round of Premier League fixtures next weekend. And then in 2 weeks' time, Aston Villa and Manchester City will face off for the first major cup final of the season, the Carabao Cup final. And here's a chance now for Sonny inside the penalty area, tries to stab it goalwards, cutting from the right. In fact, Dele Alli was the man. Sorry, Dele Alli. He'll what they say to me from high up in the commentary box. It was Ali in behind there. Villa had lost their bearings a bit in defence. And Ali just couldn't stab the ball home. Goal kick to Aston Villa, who do concede goals. They've conceded plenty of goals this season. They do score a lot. They do like to attack. But Dean Smith's not abandoning the go and attack policy. Villa under the most pressure really, because if they do go down, they could be in danger of breaking FFP rules. That won't go down with the Football League if they were to go back down again into the Championship, and that's a big if at the moment. But if they play like they are now, I think they can still stay in this division. El Ghazi now, 25 yards for a goal, strikes it beautifully, managed to swirl in the ring there, and Lloris, who was in an awkward position, managed to punch it away. Might have got both fists on it and he turned it out, and Spurs got it away as far as halfway line. And here's Johnny Rinkwater in possession on halfway. Well, obviously there's that massive swirling wind, high winds here because of Storm Dennis, and it played havoc, almost caused problems for the Frenchman. Here's El Ghazi trying to whip the ball in deflection. They claim handball. They claim handball against Davinson Sanchez. Martin Atkinson not prepared to give it. I'm sure VAR will have had their own ideas on it as well. Well, his arm is a little bit out. There was a bit of controversy at Southampton yesterday when Ben Mee appeared to handle the ball but did have his arm up by his side. I think that one there looked more a penalty, but didn't go to VAR. I've had a look at it. This is the same again. I'm just seeing a replay here. El Ghazi gets it and he hits it the right foot. I'm not sure if it deflects, but he has to get a right fist on that. See if it gets a little deflection. It may have just swerved a bit in the wind. Hard to tell there. These balls, in fact, he gets a face. He hits him in the face. I didn't see that. I thought he just can't. From the first couple of angles, the first angle I saw it from, a naked eye angle, looked as if he made a smart save there with his right fist, or double fisted it, and then already, well, we're back in play live with the action, and a little bit of a battle won there by Dele Alli, edge of the penalty area. Still Ali. Lost possession. Villa clear. No foul. Play on, says the referee. And here's El Ghazi on the right hand side. Back inside to Samata. Does well, holds it up well. Brings in Gilbert, who plays a lovely ball if he can find Grealish. And Grealish kills that ball beautifully, but back came Sergio Aurier to quell any danger there for Spurs. And now here's Bergwijn. Bergwijn now trying to beat all comers, but he won't beat El Ghazi, who gets the ball back to Pepe Reina, who cutely chips it over Bergwijn's head. Rather cleverly there. That was a good piece of improvisation by the former Liverpool and Napoli goalkeeper. Now then, here come Villa now. We're coming up towards the final 6 minutes of the first half. And the first half really that's been so brilliant. And I think there might be more to come. I think we're going to see a very good game of football here. So far, we've not been disappointed. If the game at Wolves the other night covered was a 0-0, this one is completely the opposite end of the spectrum. Been all action, all excitement, it has been a complete and utter enjoyed. A game that's really enjoyed. It's been enjoyed. I've certainly enjoyed it. And I hope you guys listening on YouTube to this delayed commentary will enjoy this as well. This has been a terrific performance thus far. This is what we call proper entertainment now, as El Ghazi tried to make an audacious attempt, which was carried in okay by Luis. 5 minutes to half time plus any stoppages. And here's Aus going to turn, but he's lost possession here, and Spurs have possession. Dele Alli winning it and winning a free kick too. Wanting to get onto it quickly, and now Ali and Luis having a bit of a set to there, just inside the Villa half. Just a yard or two outside the centre circle. The free kick has been taken. Martin Atkinson, almost like a boxing referee, splitting the two of them up before it became a complete free-for-all. Here's Dyer in the midway inside the Villa half. Villa attacking the... Spurs attacking the old end in the first half. Villa will attack it in the second half. They do like to attack the old end in the second half, Villa, incidentally. And the 1-2, and Ben Davies is in behind. It's Ben Davies, pulled back, and chance for Ali. Good save by Reina, and then the shot back in by Bergwijn. They appeal handball, Spurs, but nothing given. And away come Aston Villa. VAR might just check that. I say might. They didn't check the earlier one with Sanchez when Villa appealed for a penalty. We're inside the last 4 minutes. Urian now for Spurs. 1-1 is the score. Inside to Son. Son Heung-min, we haven't seen much of so far. And then the ball is lost by Davinson Sanchez. And then the ball forward is cut out by Alderweireld on halfway line. And now here comes Spurs again. And that's a foul on Dele Alli. Free kick to Spurs in the middle of the Villa half. Midway inside the Villa half. Douglas Luiz. And they're going to VAR here. Well, is this a penalty? Bergwijn there. I think it hit his chest. I think it would be harsh to give it against Engels there, I have to tell you. His arm's out, but it's hit his chest. I don't think John Moss can give any other decision than no penalty, in my opinion, and that's what the decision has come to. Dele Alli's frustrated, of course, but I think John Moss got that spot on. Of course, we had VAR at Molineux the other night when Spurs looked to have scored and had it chalked off after about 90 seconds. Here's Bergwijn back towards the edge of the area, and Winks will strike one, and over the top of the bar from just outside the area to the left of the D. And it didn't miss the crossbar by much. Right-footed curler. The wind is going to be a telling factor in this game. There's no doubt about that. This is the opportunity again. This was Ali with the first effort, and then the shot was hit back by Bergwijn. But in my opinion, that was not a penalty. Last couple of minutes of normal time at the end of the first half. Villa 1, Tottenham 1. And Winks now having to get the ball away, a little bit off balance, into the Trinity Road stand adjacent to where I'm sitting for a throw-in. Match stats, 10 shots to 9 in Villa's favour, on target 2-1 in Villa's favour, and they've had 62% Villa possession to 38% Spurs, and 16 touches in the opposition box for Villa, 10 for Spurs. What great first half stats they are too. Bergwijn now in behind. Engels is the covering defender. Engels gets across and concedes the corner. And had to get in there, had to time it right. In fact, I think the referee's given a goal kick. Now, wait a minute. Is VAR going to check something here? Tottenham are convinced they might have a penalty claim here. There's 3 or 4 Spurs defence players saying he may not have got the ball, ref. It's gone to VAR, I think. It may well go to VAR. Now, did Engels get any touch of the ball? That's the crucial question. From the first angle I've seen, I don't think he does. From the first angle I saw it from a naked eye, it looked a genuinely good tackle. It looked. But when you see it again from other angles, it doesn't look clever for Villa. Yeah, I'm not surprised VAR are having a look at this. There may be a possibility, was it offside as well? Well, I very much doubt it, because he was in the Villa half as the ball was played, so I mean, there's anything wrong about the offside. They have to check all this, you know. John Moss is our man down at Stockley Park. Well, from where I saw it, I thought it was a penalty, and it is a penalty to Tottenham. And Villa are incensed, but when they look at the replay later on, I think they might have to change their opinions a little bit, because it did look a foul by Engels. Villa supporters with head in their hands, but I think that the VAR's got this one spot on. You see, Bergwijn is fouled, he's taken from behind. Engels has certainly got none of the ball. There's 3 added minutes incidentally to be added on, but I think the referee was right. So Son Heung-min has the chance now from 12 yards. Right footed to make it 2-1. So Son to take the penalty. We just had a few technical problems, but we're back now with you. Son Heung-min from the penalty spot. Storm Dennis causing his havoc with our communications, but we're back in time for the penalty kick. Son steps up, right footed, saved brilliantly, and Son puts in the rebound. And Villa go 2-1 down. Towards the end of the first half, it's cruel justice on Villa. But the right decision was made, and Pepe Reina shakes his head at his defenders, who were very slow to react after he made a superb penalty save. Diving away to his right. It was an outrun. And to be fair to Reina, he read it so perfectly. But Son Heung-min, the predator he is, followed in with the right foot to prod it past the goalkeeper on the rebound. And 2-1 to Tottenham just before the break. Reina is furious. And he's got every right to be as well. Well, he's the first player from Asia, South Korea, to score 50 Premier League goals right at the end of the first half. Lucas Moura now for Spurs. Well, what a cruel what a cruel blow that is for Tottenham Hotspur, or for Aston Villa. But it was the right decision. Engels certainly took the man. Villa fans saying same old Tottenham always cheated, but if they see the angles I said it from, then I think they may well want to think again. Time the final seconds of the first half here at Villa Park. Davinson Sanchez now with the throw. We've had 3 added minutes. I don't think there'll be much time for anything else. And indeed there won't from referee Mr. Atkinson. And there's boos for the referee, but I think he got the decisions right. So it's Tottenham in lead at the break. Thanks to goals by Alderweireld. One put Villa in front, then put Villa level, or Tottenham level, then a penalty from Son Heung-min. And at half time here at Villa Park, it's Aston Villa 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Villa Park, where the teams are already out for the second half, and away you go Aston Villa. 2-1 down in Clareton Blue, attacking the out end to our left. Spurs 2-1 up, attacking the north stand away to my right. Villa have been unlucky on the balance of play to be 2-1 down, but let's have a look at their lineup. Reina, Konza, Engels, House, Gilbert, Louise, Drinkwater and Target. And then El Ghazi, Samata and Grealish. That's the Villa lineup. Spurs with Lloris in goal, Aurier, Alderweireld, Sanchez and Davis across the back. Winks and Dyer, the 2 holding midfielders. 3 attacking midfielders, Lucas Moura, Dele Alli and Bergwijn, who won the penalty, and then Son, who put the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-1 right on the stroke of half time. And I do apologise again for 1 or 2 technical issues there. And the problem with high winds and rain and all that sort of thing. Although the sun's out for the second half with Storm Dennis, you never know what's happening around the corner. So apologies for that. We're in the hands of Storm Dennis sometime. Anyways, Villa's next 6 fixtures, some big ones. Southampton away, then Man City are in the cup final, Leicester, Chelsea, Newcastle and Wolves. And the Wolves and Chelsea games are at home. Newcastle are away and Leicester is away. And of course next week they're playing Southampton away, and that's a big game. Not just for Villa, but for Southampton too. His home form's so wretched, and it's a free kick now because Jack Grealish is fouled. Martin Atkinson standing for no nonsense at the start of this second half here this afternoon. Grealish gone down. Now a free kick. Taken by Target into the penalty area. Turned away by Winks. Oh, and here comes Bergwijn. He's over the halfway line. Bergwijn now has just only got one defender to beat, and he's beaten him. It's Bergwijn for Tottenham, and a great bit of defending there by Gilbert, who's furious with his fellow colleagues. It was 1 against 1, and he had to stay patient there, Gilbert, and he got the challenge in. It was a marvellous challenge. And I think that's a goal kick, I think, to Aston Villa, is it? It came off Bergwijn last. No, it's a corner. I think that's why the referee, he was furious with the referee as that corner comes in. And a chance for Son inside the penalty area, but the flag is up, I think, or the ball's in the back of the net anyway. I think Ali could have been offside. Just for a fleeting moment, I thought Spurs might have gone 3-1 up. And that would have angered Dean Smith even more. So it remains 2-1. House to Engels, who conceded that penalty. Konze over to the far side. Had a rear Drinkwater taking possession. Here's how Engels with a nice crossfield ball looking towards target. That's magnificently well. Fantastic player he is. He's a marvellous player, as I said, Jack Grealish. Well, despite being 2-1 down, the Villa fans certainly, well, Sexers of anyway, still in remarkably good voice. It's always good to see. One of the great old grounds, this Villa Park. As the ball is played over the top and Sonny's onto it, right hand side. Cuts inside, it's still Son inside the penalty area. Still Son, gets his cross in, comes off the defender, and it's turned away, and it's Drinkwater in possession. He finds target. Grealish on the inside. Back inside again to Drinkwater, who gets it to Grealish. On the left hand side once again. Target now. Waits for runners. It's cut out now. A chance here for Villa to come charging forward, but the ball is hooked back by the defender. And Lloris gets it away for Tottenham, who lead 2-1 here at Villa, having been a goal down, of course. Alderweireld now knocking the ball forward, a high one in there towards Son, and turned away once again by Engels. Now Douglas Lloris in possession now for Villa. Gets it out to Gilbert, who keeps it in, but only finds Ben Davies on the far side, inside the Tottenham half. 5 minutes of the second half played. It's Tottenham leading by 2-1. The game delayed from Villa Park. Here's Drinkwater now in possession for Villa. Finding Grealish. Grealish now runs about 20-30 yards with the ball. Goes over the halfway line. 15 yards inside the Tottenham half of the field. And now to the far side. The Villa captain picks the ball up. Finds El Ghazi, who can take on all comers. And here comes the cross. And in it goes there. A chance in there. El Ghazi shoots. Oh, he's in it straight at the goalkeeper. Left footed. But a chance there for Villa. And if he just, again, he had more time than I think he had. I think if he had any extra touch, I think it would have been a much better chance. It remains 2-1 Spurs. Villa. And that looks suspiciously like offside against Son Heung-min. But the referee and the linesman decided to keep their flag down. And House had to get back there for Villa. And here he is on the near side once again, chipping the ball forward, but he's lost it to Alderweireld. Coming up towards almost 6.5 minutes played in the second half. And here's Serge Aurier, infield to Son, a little flick round the corner into the path of of Dyer. Then the ball chipped out towards the far side where Dele Alli was lurking. Now here's Jack Grealish. And you wonder why Jack Grealish is not called up for England honours. This man is a talent and a half. And it's amazing how Villa have managed to keep on to him. Even for the 3 years they were in the Championship. They were it was remarkable how they kept hold of him, because I'm sure there was big, massive bids, and there was interest at one point from Arsenal, and I don't think anyone would have blamed him if he'd have gone off to Arsenal, but he stayed loyal to the Villa cause. But how long could he stay loyal to the Villa cause for? That's up to the player, but he's certainly a tremendous talent, and he certainly ran the show when they came to the turf on New Year's Day as the ball was chipped forward in behind again. They're on their day are a good side, as Leicester found out today, costing the League Cup semi-final. El Ghazi turns it off the defender, which was Davison Sanchez, for a corner. And all of a sudden now Villa's starting to make one or two things happen. This was the chance for El Ghazi. Snapshot left foot, but it was well gathered in by the goalkeeper. It remains 2-1. And it's gone in from the corner by Engels from the left-hand side. It was turned in. And Villa are level. And the whole end has erupted. What a game here at Villa Park. It's Aston Villa 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. And Engels makes up for his error at the end of the first half with a great corner. There's the corner from Grealish and a bullet header from 6 yards by Engels. And just the tonic that Villa needed. They've been the better side at the start of the second half. And there's the cross. Then comes the header from Engels. It's 2-2. Game on at Villa Park. Wow. No wonder he kisses the sky with relief more than anything else. Bjorn Engels, the Belgian. First goal for Aston Villa. 2-2, sorry. 2-2. Wow, what a game. What a game. 2 apiece, and it's very much in the melting pot now, this game. His Aurier now comes charging forward, but Target gets it away. It's 52 minutes from 59 seconds, just shy of 53 minutes when that ball went into the back of the Tottenham net for a second time. Aurier with a cross. And it's going to be a corner off House, I should say. It's a corner kick for Tottenham. How Villa have responded magnificently. 1 up, 1-1, 2-1 down, now 2-2. Tottenham Hotspur corner, and Alderweireld looking to score a hat-trick of some sort. An own goal and 2 goals at the other end. Sung Yanmin with the corner, right-hand side, into the corner. It's an outswinger. Towards the edge of the area it goes. The ball's not back again into the path of Winks. Time to cross. In it goes towards the far post. Header back. It was in there, but so too was Engels. My goodness, he's had a last 90 seconds to remember. Beyond Engels. 10 minutes gone in the second half. It's all action stuff now. Spurs have had half a chance. Wow. Allen won the first header. And yes, Engels getting a vital interception. And it remains still 2 apiece. And Villa Park is shaking. And Samata has got El Ghazi on his way. Grealish is waiting in the middle and wants the ball, but it's too far overhit. Well, for a side that's missing the industry and the creativity of John McGinn out for a long-term injury, this is a Villa side that's not giving in. They've certainly had a right good go, and good on them for doing so. It's been a tough old it's been a tough examination of Villa today, and of course it's also been a very tough examination of Tottenham's resolve as well. But Villa never make it easy for teams. 2 apiece. Here's Grealish trying to chip the ball on, but he's lost possession. Aurier now in possession. Finds Winks. Over to the far side now. And the chip forward. Son looks as if he was being held there, but the referee's not interested. Son gives a sarcastic laugh Or sarcastic smile, I should say. And here comes Villa now at the other end. It's El Ghazi now down the far side, the right-hand side, 2 in the middle. A deflection and a corner kick for Villa. The whole 10 buzzing now. What a game this is turning out to be. 2 each. Yeah, I think that's a free kick, personally. I mean, there's much doubt about that. Anyway, it's a corner. Matt Target to take from the far side. In it goes again. Oh, and over the top from House. 6 yards out. Goal at his mercy, perhaps, potentially. But just got underneath the header. Oh, what an opportunity. It remains 2-2. Spurs trying to break down the near side this time. In towards Son. Stabbed forward there by Mora. Into the path of Ali. And Son takes the ball. And Son gets away. But a great tackle there by Danny Drinkwater. Did magnificently well. Bergerain now. Bergerain. And a good save by goalkeeper Pepe Reina. Broke to the left-hand side from Bergerain. Trying to get on the end of that. There's the shot. But straight down the goalkeeper's throat. Here's Lloris now with the kick. House is battling for that as well. So too was Engels as well. Gilbert, I should say. Here's House. Finding target on the near side, and he goes down. Ref gives the decision for Villa. Well, that didn't look more. That looked as lesser than a free kick than the 2 that weren't given for Aston Villa. Anyway, we're going to see a first change of the afternoon. We're going to see Marvellous Makamba here, number 11. Come on. For Danny Drinkwater, has done a magnificent job in the first hour. Remember, he's coming back from a long term. Remember, he hasn't had much game time. And here comes the Zimbabwean, Makamba. Also, we're going to see a change in personnel here for Tottenham Hotspur. Eric Dyer is going to come off. And Giovanni Lo Celso, the Argentinian, is about to enter the fray. As we now go into the final half an hour of this intriguing Premier League game, which stands at which currently stands at 2 apiece. Villa have a free kick, and it's back underway again. Plus, we'll bring you later on in the programme what's going to happen at all the results from yesterday, plus today's scores as well. Of course, we'll be a preview of what games we may well have covered for you during the midweek as well. Plenty of good football to look forward to on the JB Court YouTube channel. No more. So here's Son. It's on the area. Good save. Diving away to his right by Pepe Reina. Son's right-footed shot. It was destined for the left-hand corner. But once again, Pepe Reina, the former Liverpool keeper, maybe 37 years old, but my word, he's rolling back the years there. Great save. And denying Son Heung-min there his second of the day. Here's Aurier back from Mora, but he's lost possession. And here comes Villa with Makamba getting his first touch. And here's Jack Grealish now. Behind Mac Target. Down on the near side. Villa 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. A game that has always had a fixture really that's had a tremendous history and a tremendous tradition, I should say, to go with it. Ball out towards the far side. Gilbert could not keep it in play. Throw into Tottenham Hotspur. 62 minutes almost gone then. The bitterly cold afternoon here in Birmingham. It's in the 4-goal thriller this part. And I feel that the scoring is not over yet. With Spurs in possession. Villa have a man down. But this is not going to put Son off. He's inside the penalty area. Sung Min. And goes, held him up just enough. And the ball playing in there towards Uriye. Cut out again. This time by Konza. Now Grealish. Grealish now will run at his man. He's not afraid to run past all comers. He's run about 40 yards down the far side, or the near side. Jack Grealish still for Villa. Comes up out of Erel for a corner. And this game being played still at a breakneck speed, even with 63 minutes, 62 and a half minutes almost on the clock. Or 63 minutes rather, almost on the clock. Super Jack Grealish is being sung now by the Villa support. Been a marvellous match. Here's the corner. Grealish, high one in there from the far near side. And the ball might break. Oh, and it was El Ghazi with the header. It's a brave header. There wasn't much conviction on the header. And he's gone down. I think it's a head injury. The referee's got to stop it. There's Alderweireld as well, suffering as well for his troubles. Well, he's been at it all. He's been in the walls this afternoon. There's no doubt about that. As you just see, that corner comes in. Yeah, first header not met properly by target, and then El Ghazi on the bounce tried to header it. Couldn't go in with the foot because Alderweireld was also committed to the challenge, so his only option was to header it, and he's come off the worst there in that clash of heads. Alderweireld's still on his feet, incidentally, so there's going to be a little bit of a stoppage here while the physios tend to it. Of course, you can't rush any head injuries at all at any one time, so it is they have to handle these sort of injuries, physios and referees alike, with the absolute care. Well, Mr. Mourinho looks quite faced, but what a game. 14 attempts each for both Villa and Spurs, and Spurs have had the most on target, 5-4 in their favour over Aston Villa. 9 shots on target, but 14 apiece, so we've had a whopping 28 shots at goal already this afternoon. There's still 25 minutes of this highly intriguing game to go. Ghazi's okay. Might be a bit of blood. We had of course we had Matt Doherty in the the wars on Friday night down the road at Monia. It's been a bad weekend all round. I just want to pay homage to Caroline Flack. As the ball goes out of play, I'm just going to take a break off from the football for a second and pay my respects and tributes to Caroline Flack, a great broadcaster of many, many shows on television for the last years. I mean, as you know, she died yesterday at the tender age of 40, which is very young still. 4 years older than I am, and you get to my age, it's a worrying thought that anyone could pass away, and there's a responsibility in this country to look after our stars and our press and paparazzi. I'm ashamed to say don't do that. Needless to say, my thoughts go out to Caroline Flack's family at this moment in time. Here's as Sergio Aurier breaks forward for Tottenham. I'll tell you what, if she was broadcasting this football match, remember she used to started a career with Fash FC many years ago, Caroline Flack, and she went on to greatness, and she'll always be remembered. A very good TV presenter, and we at the JB Correct YouTube channel offer our support and sympathies to Caroline's family, and also I hope the press leave her family alone at this very stressful period in her life. Caroline Flack, who died sadly yesterday at the age of 40. Anyway, back to the football here, and entertainment she would have probably enjoyed herself. Here's El Ghazi. They're setting up a right treat here. She's going to ask a lot of Gilbert on the far side, and he keeps that ball in. Chipped into the penalty area it goes. El Ghazi's header way off the target, as it turned out, and thrashed away. Ball out for a throw-in for Aston Villa, who 2 weeks from now go to Wembley bidding for their first trophy in 24 years as they take on Manchester City, who have been hit very hard with the news about their ban from all UEFA competitions because it broke fair play rules. You know my stance on that. If you want to listen to that, go to the Wolves Leicester feed from the other night and you'll see what I mean. It's Grealish, or rather Gilbert, sorry, with a cross in from the far side. It heals another corner off Ben Davis. Well, one way or another, this is going to go down as another classic for the JB Claret archives, even though we had a bit of a problem around about penalty, but we got the feedback in time for the penalty to be taken. 68 minutes gone. Still 2 apiece. And a very enjoyable game so far. Matt Targett's going to take the corner from the far side. And it goes again, and the ball is won again, and it goes. House trying to win the ball at the far side, and it's knocked away once more. House keeps possession rather well. Keeps it in okay. But the referee says he's running out of play. I'm on the near side. There's going to be another change here for Aston Villa. Well, we've got about 20 minutes to go. We're going to see Trezeguet come on. Oh God, he's had a good game. That's Trezeguet. No relation, of course, to the former French striker David. If he had finishing like David Trezeguet, I think he'd be at a much bigger club. But there you go. That's football for you. Here come Tottenham Hotspur again. Of course, this weekend, this batch of fixtures. Once again, like last week, let's just break off for a second. Uria's got it behind. Oh, good goalkeeping. Ball breaks loose. Set over the top from Bergwijn from the penalty spot. And behind, I think, for a goal kick. Uriah broken the offside trap, but when he touch and go, may have gone to VAR this one. But Bergwijn got his shot all wrong. It's a goal kick. Oh, it's a corner, sorry, to corner kick, sorry, to Tottenham Hotspur. 2-2. Son with it, right-footed. Again an outswinger into the near post. Turned away by the Villa defence. 20 minutes, just shy of 20 minutes to go for stoppage time. The game live from Villa. The game delayed rather for Villa Park. Uriah to take the throw-in. Villa is the cry from the home supporters. Alderweireld chips the ball long and high into the Birmingham skyline, and then the shot from Son, blocked by Engels, who's had a marvellous second half thus far. And here goes, look like hands there possibly against Samata, but the referee allowing it to go on. But Spurs in any case have one possession. And here come Spurs again with Dele Alli. That's going to be a foul. Free kick on Ali, so a 3 kick now to Tottenham. Villa 2, Tottenham 2. Here at Villa Park, Birmingham, the home of Aston Villa Football Club, which has seen some great afternoons and evenings down the years at this famous old ground, Villa Park. And this played host to another classic. This is definitely in the no exception variety in terms of classic games. And it's Uriah round the corner towards Lucas Moura. Does really well to hold the ball off, and then the ball is Out of play. Tottenham throw. Here takes it on the near side. Alderweireld once again. Checks. Looks the ball. Or switches it out towards the far side. Infield it goes. The ball is lost. And Douglas Luiz gets Zamata on his way. Zamata now on the far side. Ball loops up in the air. It's going to break away. It's going to be a throw-in to Villa. 73 minutes gone, and it's still 72 and a half minutes gone. It remains 2 apiece. Good game this. Been a really good watch, and I have to tell you, it's been a very good game to enjoy. And here comes Grealish towards the edge of the area. Jack Grealish, right foot, blocked again by Alderweireld. And now it's Lucas Moura through the centre for Tottenham, over the halfway line, through the centre circle. And the ball breaks kindly here. Chance here for Spurs. It's on the area. Dele Alli, great smothering save by Pepe Reina, which keeps Villa winning at 2-2. It's bedlam here at Villa Park. And a marvellous game to boot. Free kick for Aston Villa. Just inside the Spurs half for Dele Alli, who's only got 1 goal in 10 games. Well, he had the chance there to put that statistic right, but he hadn't reckoned on the big Spanish keeper Pepe Reina, who's been rolling back the years in this second half, been making save after save after save. And that looks like a foul. On target, free kick. Or Grealish rather, I should say. Amazingly, Bergwijn has not been booked. Well, that's a foul. And I've seen yellows given to Burnley players for less than that. Into the area it goes. Comes to Luiz. Grealish is on the edge of the area. We've seen Grealish hit them before in Villa colours. Still Grealish. He goes down. Free kick Villa on the right hand side. Outside the box, and now Harry Winks is having a go. He thinks that Grealish has made a bit of a meal of it. It's definitely a foul on Grealish. A few years ago, Grealish might have reacted to that. But since he's become Villa captain, he's matured in stature as well as playing ability. Still no yellow cards yet. At the moment. Quarter of an hour left to play. Villa in search of the winner. Target and Grealish, the two-man committee on the right-hand side, edge of the penalty area. May well be a deep cross. Target could conceivably try and trick Luiz at the near right-hand post, but it's Grealish who fires it in low this time. Hit atop the leg and ricocheted away. Now the ball back on halfway. Now back to the penalty area of Villa, where Pepe Reina will kick away right-footed. Rest of the quarter of an hour plus stoppage time left to play here at Villa Park. And it's still 2-2. A tremendous game, playing in a terrific spirit. And if there is to be a winning goal, it would be a fitting way to end what's been a remarkable game of football. Two teams who have given each other real value for money. Not chickening out of any fight. It's been a game full of non-stop attacking thrills. Here's target now for Villa. Near side. Right-hand side, left-hand side, sorry. Cross was in and it's out for a throw-in. Davison Sanchez doing the covering up job. Target with the throw. Marvellous Makamba. Down the left-hand channel. Makamba. Good play again. Target was tackled. Villa ball. In line with the edge of the 18-yard area on the left-hand side. Gonna take it quickly to Jack Grealish. Matt Target's throw in. Still Grealish. Bright by the near corner quadrant. Off Fourier. It is a throw in for Villa. They're not gaining. They're creeping further up the field now, Villa. Building up ahead of steam. Looking for this Third goal. The ball flicked on again. Samatta was waiting. So too was Makamba. Good football again. Luis now into the area. Grealish in a bit of space on the left. Cuts it out. Grealish's cross. Turned away brilliantly by Sanchez. Inside the penalty area. Got a foot out. And got it away. And remarkably, this game still remains 2 each. In the wind and the rain of Villa Park. Storm Dennis now still playing havoc. But not making any inroads into what's been a marvellous game of non-stop attacking thrills. 4-goal thriller, and it's been really enjoyable. And for anyone who's paid the admission money, it's been well worth the money. Only if you're a neutral, that is. Aston Villa 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Premier League football commentary from Villa Park. The game delayed. Luis in possession. Infield to Grealish inside the Tottenham half. Grealish again. It's popped up on the right hand side this time. Plays it into the penalty area. Luis was waiting, lurking, but he's got 2 Spurs defenders for company. Now the cross whipped in, but whipped in with too much venom. And well taken by French goalkeeper Hugo Lloris. A World Cup winner, of course, with the French. And they're looking to add the European Championships along with our World Cup. They'll be red hot favourites with the bookies, but don't discount England or some of the other bigger nations when that tournament kicks off in December. Here in mid-February, it's still 2 apiece. There's the shot, deflects at a corner. Trezeguet with the attempted shot. Still remains 2-2. A game really that has ebbed and flowed a way that a neutral or even a commentator would want to see. And you've got to credit whatever the result, both teams, with 11.5 minutes left to play, you have to credit the spirit and the character of both these sides. The old end, even though it's seated, everybody in the old end is standing up. Corner kick, target with it from the far side. Lloris with not a convincing punch, goes straight. Well, it's gone straight to Sod. He was very lucky, I thought, the goalkeeper. The ball will go to the opposite end. And House can bring it away now for, or rather, Camber, sorry, can bring that away for Villa. Now the ball does come back to Pepe Reina. Well, 10 minutes plus stoppage time left to go. Who's your money on now? Here's Grealish in possession, far side, looking towards Trezeguet. Good tackle by Aurier. On the edge of his own 6-yard areas, Trezeguet was shaping to shoot. Good cross from the right by Jack Grealish. And Serge Aurier getting back in the nick of time to save Jose Mourinho's men. Grealish in possession, there's the ball. Flag stayed down, quite rightly so. Mourinho used his strength magnificently well. Big lad, Serge Aurier. A mobile player for a big lad. And here's Grealish in possession once again. Oh, this is great skills. Sweet skills from Grealish. Really impressed me again today. Here comes the cross. Trying to target, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. Left-hand side cross. With the right, with the left foot. And it's straight in the arms of the goalkeeper. Gratefully gathers the ball. And now here comes Uri infield. Oh, what a good covering challenge. Take a bow, Douglas Lloris, for that. He's had a marvellous match. Still remains 2 apiece. A game of non-stop attacking action. From one end of the field to the other. It's been a game that we'll all remember for many, many years to come. Here's Mora. Inside again. Alderweireld, who played a huge part, an own goal and a goal at the other end in the first half. And now Aurier's cross off target for a corner. 82 minutes gone. 82 and a quarter minutes gone. It's still 2-2. Spurs corner. Villa about to make their final change. Baston is about to come on. And we're going to see number 30, Fernandez, replace, looks like Dele Alli. Yes, so Jedson Fernandez, the Portuguese international, is on. Dele Alli already off the field. And also Mambamba Samantha, replaced by Borja Baston, former Swansea player, Spanish-born player. Former Spanish youth international. And here comes the corner for Tottenham. Plenty of white inside the area. This game's there to be won. And it goes into the Welsh area, and the header was attacked by Lucas Moura, I think. And wide of the target it went. Very static Villa defending. Indeed it was Lucas Moura. Free header. Usually buries them from 6 yards. Still 2-2. Ball's been lost by Villa. It was Howes who lost it, and then he's trying to retrieve the situation. He's fouled Lucas Moura on halfway. Right down below me. On the near side. Alderweireld gets on with it quickly, the Tottenham Hotspur defender. 2-2 it is. As Winks tries to run around a cul-de-sac. Gilbert, sorry, is it there? Well, next fixtures for Tottenham: Chelsea away, Wolves at home, Burnley away at Turf Moor, and 2 home games against Man United and West Ham. Now a tough trip to Bramall Lane on April the 4th against Sheffield United. So some big teams to play, and of course Burnley are in good form, having taken 10 points from a possible 12 on their last 4 games. A soaked shot, and that's a great shot from the left hand side by Son Heung-min, but an even better save diving away to his left by Pepe Reina and getting a little flick on that. Oh, what a save by the Spaniard. Absolutely rolling back the ears. That was going in the right hand corner for sure. And he turned it behind for a corner. And in it comes from Lo Celso towards the near post, and he'll break for Son! Terrific save on the line! But once again by Pepe Reina. And Villa so close to losing it on 2 occasions. 5 minutes to go. Grealish. Villa coming out again. And that's a free kick on halfway. Just 10 yards inside the area, halfway line, and a yellow card. And that has not gone down too well with the Villa fans. It's a foul on Bergwijn, and in fact that's a dive for me. I don't think that's a foul. I think Bergwijn has conned the referee there. Gilbert, the Frenchman, has been booked. I think it's a very ridiculous booking though. I didn't think it was necessary for Martin Atkinson to take such a decision there. I thought that was poor from the referee. I think Bergwijn made a meal of it. I really do. Absolutely dived over the top. But anyway, still remains 2 each. And that's all that counts at the moment. 4 minutes to go. What a game it has been. Are we going to see one more twist and turn in this game? There's the shot from Son, left-footed, and again a great save. Diving the wrong way, but using the legs to terrific effect there, Pepe Reina. Did magnificently well. Ball's been lost by Fernandez. Header away by House, but only as far as number 18, Lo Celso, but he loses possession. 3 minutes almost to play. 3 minutes to play, and now Martin Atkinson has stopped it because Engels, I think, has got an head injury. Physio straight away out there. Well, one thing's for certain, it's going to go down as a real classic. A game that's toed and froed. In fact, it was a foul. In fact, two Villa players went for the same ball, and it was Engels who took a swipe there from Gilbert. In fact, purely and simply accidental, of course. March the 8th, I'm looking at the fixtures. Man United against City, that's a big game. March 14th, a big one for that. And then for Villa. Then March 16th, Everton, Liverpool. What a game that promises to be on Merseyside. Everton haven't won a league derby since 2006-7. Maybe 2007-8. I'm not quite sure of the date. Here's Lucas Moura. Aurier now on the right hand side. There's the cross, turned away by Matt Targett, but Aurier's got the ball back right on the byline on the right hand side, but the ball's been lost. 2 minutes left to play at Villa Park. Less than that now, 90 seconds I make it by my watch. Here's Alderweireld chipping the ball in from the near side, looking for Son Heung-min. Handball as he tried to take the high ball down on the edge of the D. He's handled the ball. Well spotted by the linesman. Free kick. It's been an amazing afternoon here in the second city. Even in the frost and heaviness of Storm Dennis, it has been a great game which will be remembered for a very, very long time in Premier League circles, certainly by both sets of players who have given a masterclass in attacking football and have really done themselves the power of good. A game of non-stop attacking thrills. It's only got to be the game, one of the games of the season. And all 22 players and subs who come on should take an awful lot of credit for the great entertainment they've put on display, even though it may well end a point apiece, but who knows. We've played in 90 minutes. We're getting 4 added minutes at the end now. Who's going to win it now? It would be a travesty if one of these two teams lost, considering that both teams have put their heart and soul into it. There comes the cross from Fernandez, and it's behind for a corner off target. Or Engels got back, got back there. Corner kick, 30 seconds of the 4 gone. And Spurs pinch it right at the death. It's so close as that corner comes in, fisted away by the goalkeeper Reina. Got good purchase on it too. Trezeguet hits it off a Spurs player and out for a throw-in. But it's gone the other way. I thought that was an Aston Villa throw-in. And that will not go down too well with Villa supporters over on the far side. They have had a much closer view than I. Here comes Lo Celso now. Just cuts in from the right channel. Plays it out to the left-hand side. Still 2-2. Villa Park just emptying slightly. Why would you want to go off early? And with the game in the balance, you stay till the end. Aurier now. Infield once more. Chance inside the area. Good effort by Lo Celso. Right-footed. But it's well repelled by Pepe Reina. Catching the ball, diving away to his right-hand side. Good goalkeeping there by the former Liverpool goalkeeper. Good right-footed drive by Lo Celso, but Reina, the experienced campaigner he is, with a good save. And all of a sudden now, Spurs again attacking and Villa holding on. And a free kick and a yellow card. Yellow card Bergwijn fouled. This was the incident again. Definite yellow card. Bergwijn fouled there by Marbus Makamba. And a free kick. It's his 4th yellow card, Makamba. Villa on the rack with half the stoppage time gone. Into the third of 4 minutes. Will they be a winning goal? It would be a travesty if one of these two teams were to lose it. Both teams have put on a tremendous display of non-stop attacking football here at Villa Park this afternoon. Here comes the free kick into the penalty area. It goes. Headers won there by Villa, and they had to get a good head on it. Then the shot by Lo Celso, left-footed, off balance, wide of the target to the left-hand side. Goal kick Villa. And they'll be happy with a point now. It would only move them 2 points above the relegation zone if they were to hold on for a draw. Mourinho will probably class this as a 2 points drop, because this is a team they should, on paper, be taking points from. They should be taking maximum points from. But at the moment they are not doing so. Which is great news for Aston Villa, of course. On course for a precious point. Although at some point during the afternoon they were hoping for all 3. Oh, a mistake by Engels! And Son is through! Son is 1-on-1 with Reina! Son right foot! Finds the bottom right-hand corner of the net! And it'll be 30 seconds to play! Tottenham Hotspur have nicked it! Excuse me. Aston Villa 2, Tottenham Hotspur 3. And what a cruel game football can really be. A long football over the top. And Girls trying to control it with the side of his right foot. The ball went underneath his foot. And Son Heung-min was going through the biggest present he could have been presented. And all his Christmases, birthdays and New Year's days all came calling at once then. Son Heung-min with the calmest of ease. And Mourinho giving it large on the bench. Right in front of Dean Smith, who would not have enjoyed that, I'm sure. We've played 4 minutes. Surely there can't be time for anything else. Oh, Bjorn Engels. You feel for that man. Spurs are about to make a final change. 3-2. Vertonghen about to come on for literally seconds, really. Lucas Moura looks as if he's being substituted. So the Brazilian off. Belgian on. Well, Moura should be emptying the fray there. It's not, it's Bergwijn who's going off. We thought it was Lucas Moura, but it doesn't matter. Now it's with Reina. We've played a minute and a half over the 4. Surely Villa are a beaten side. As Target heads it back in, and they put so much hard work into it. When it looks as if Spurs are going to come out on top, and they're on the counter-attack here. Free kick to Spurs. Gilbert, who's a little bit unlucky there to get penalised. There will be no more. Wow, what a game of football. John Terry and Dean Smith dignified in defeat. Son Heung-min with 2 goals has sunk Aston Villa right at the death. They trail 2-1 Villa at the break. Then Engels, at the start of the second half, got them right back in the game. And then in the fight with practically the last kick of the game, he made a mistake. The ball, a long ball, attempted to control it, went right under his feet. Through went Son Heung-min. He got 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper and tucked it away with the class and authority, and the celebration was one of real schoolboy glee. And Pepe Reina, who played a magnificent game, does not deserve to be on the losing side. A tremendous game of non-stop thrills, and it's nice to see that both sides are shaking hands with each other. It's been a game played in a totally great spirit. Just 2 yellow cards in the entire game. Proves what a great game it was. VAR was involved, but it wasn't controversial decisions this time. And Villa, with that defeat, remain 4th from bottom, a point above West Ham, who have a game in hand. And that game in hand, I believe, will be against one of the bigger guns, Manchester City, I believe. But Tottenham now into 5th place. They edge out Chris Wilder's Sheffield United. Now, if that turns out to be a Champions League spot, Tottenham are in it. And, well, what a game it has been. And a very enjoyable one anyway. Well, if you couldn't have put a price on a winner at the end. It really was a great game. Villa Park emptied now, apart from 3,000 roaring Tottenham fans. Villa very unlucky in some respects. They played their part in what was a magnificent game of football, but for Spurs, they've just about hung on in there and take the spoils. The final score in what was an absolute epic here at Villa Park. And my goodness, it was an absolute epic and a very enjoyable one too. It's finished Aston Villa 2, Tottenham Hotspur 3. Well, what a game it was been. A great advert for Premier League football, that. Villa can count themselves very unlucky, but when Son Heung-min's in terrific form, there's no doubting that when he gets an opportunity, even one presented to him like it was by poor Bjorn Engels, then he's got the audacity and the ability to finish off teams. Cruel luck on Aston Villa, and they sit still. They'll be looking over their shoulders, but they've plenty of games to put things right. But it will be a battle. They've still got a week off, of course, for the League Cup final, which will mean that they'll take a week off from the stresses and the strains of relegation battles and the like. But Villa stay where they are. But what a fantastic game. And both teams need to be congratulated for the way they performed. Anyway, later on that afternoon, Arsenal were in imperious form. They scored 4 goals in the second half against Newcastle United. Goals from Aubameyang, Nicolas Pepe, Mesut Ozil and Alexander Lacazette. Made it a complete annihilation of Newcastle United. 4-0 they won, and now move up and knock Burnley out of the top 10 on goal difference. But Burnley, and they move on the same amount of points as Burnley, which is still okay, not bad. Newcastle stay 13th on 31 points, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Which is quite remarkable. Tomorrow we've got there's another. Well, there's a nice little kickabout between Chelsea and Manchester United. What a game that promises to be. A game that should be a terrific occasion. There's no doubt about that. Chelsea and Manchester United. That's an 8 o'clock kickoff for that one. And let's have a look at the Champions League games as well. We've got Champions League. And the return of the Champions League is back. Of course, we'll be keeping our eyes on Manchester City's match on at the weekend. The Champions League is back this weekend with some Tuesday night. Atletico Madrid against Liverpool. Borussia Dortmund against PSG. Let's see what the Wednesday matches are as well. And We'll be with Tottenham Hotspur again at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Wednesday night, live at 10 to 8, live on the JB Corrett YouTube channel. They're taking on German side Red Bull Leipzig at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That's the first leg of the last 16 of the UEFA Champions League. You'll be able to hear the game in full live on the JB Corrett YouTube channel. We might show the game tomorrow. We'll let you know in advance if that can be done, and you'll hear that through our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/the JB Corrett YouTube channel. But one thing is for sure, what a game, and what a football match that will surely live long in the memory. Villa played their part, there's no doubt about that. They had a fantastic performance, but at the end of the day, Aston Villa were just not good enough on the day, and Son Heung-min, with his brace, gives Spurs the victory and move a point behind Chelsea in 5th place. From me, JB, I hope you've enjoyed this rerun of tonight's this commentary the delayed commentary stream, and we'll see you next week during this midweek coming. From now on in, take care, have a good rest, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Good night.